Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Prince Magnum channel where hot rodding and romance do coexist. I'm your host, Prince Magnum. Welcome to another one of my live streams, and welcome to Urban Survival. On today's live stream of Urban Survival, we're going to be working on some new, we're going to work on some old gear, we're going to show off some new gear, and that sort of thing. It's just going to be it's been a little while since we've done a stream similar to this. Been a little too long. Got a little complacent, but I got to thinking today, hey, it's a perfect day for this. Was out earlier, getting a little bit of, getting, some firewood together for one of our next, where we can go outside and enjoy a nice little campfire sort of thing. So that's kind of what we're going to do today in a live stream. We're basically going to work on a couple old pocket knives. We're going to even talk about pocket knives, and those of you who like to get into outdoorsy sort of stuff, we're definitely going to dive into this. So this is your opportunity to kind of pick up some, I guess you could say, some outdoorsy knowledge. But the reason why this is urban survival is because right now everybody needs to learn survival. And some of the stuff we go on over is stuff that you can use. Hey, what's going on, Ian? Yeah, you know who I am, brother. Oh, it's good to see you, Ian. Um, so basically, we're just going to kind of go over a few odds and ends. But in a nutshell, urban survival is skills that you need to know if you live in an urban environment, whether it's a major metropolitan area or it's kind of you know, or you're like me, live in a podunk town. I am doing fantastic. I enjoyed hanging with you and Raven and Mikey G earlier. It was really nice. It was really nice. I had to, enjoyed being in you guys' streams. It was wonderful. I had a great time. Imagine tonight's going to be pretty quiet. Most everyone's going to be kind of relaxing and kind of chilling out from yesterday's shenanigans. I know some people got really, really out there. Woo, just like gone, man. We're also going to be reviewing a couple and oh yeah, I had a great time with you and Raven. I know I know as we continue to move on up through Save the World, I got to get Raven to kind of he's better at building than me. Of course, he's better than building than you, myself, and Mikey G. All three of us put together. He's just good at building, and I know Bad Bat's even better because I mean I haven't seen it, but I have been told that he's like ridiculous when it comes to building. I'm just not good. I can hold a gun. That's about it. On Fortnite, I can hold a gun. So, tonight it's just going to be one of those streams where we're going to sharpen a couple of knives. We're going to sharpen the camping axe because I've been using it. That's just one of those things. Hey, 23KC, what's going on, brother? Tonight's going to be kind of we're just going to be working on some gear. Primarily, the Prince Magnum channel is known for its DIY stuff, and since KC, I know you're fairly new to the channel, and I know I just seen not too long ago one of your outdoor videos. You're gonna love this. One of the things that we actually did was we went over. Hey, what's going on, Midnight Cool? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you all that much. I've been wondering how that surgery of yours went. I don't know if I asked, but I've been wondering how you've been doing with your surgery. Queen Bee, welcome to the live. But Casey, since you're fairly new to the channel, earlier this year in live streams, what's going on, Sean? We refurbished a camping axe. Now, this camping axe we actually bought at a yard sale. Oh, you'll be in and out of hubby's live tonight. All right, all right. But Tell hubby I said hi. But we refurbished a camping axe earlier this year, and this is the actual camping axe, and we have used it. Um, but it was all covered in rust, and bought it for $5 along with one that was an axe head that was broken, and it's been turned into a piece of art. Um, we'll try to make it over there to see the hubby. But we refurbished this, did the handle and everything, and you can already see that we've been using it. Well, I've used it so much, it already needs a little sharpening. So that's definitely going to be done tonight. Along with that, which I've already kind of started working, we're also going to be going over pocket knives tonight, and a couple of them that I use regularly at work. So this is going to be a couple of them that we're going to put a couple, put some edge, put a decent edge on them. Along with that, one of Princess Faye's, and we got to be extra careful because of the titanium, the burnt titanium finish, or burnt chrome, as it's sometimes called. We're also going to go over a couple of brand new knives that we have picked up, just odds and ends like that. So you're definitely, definitely in for, uh, one of those things that we're just going to be going over some things, you know. Um, Along with that, we'll even show off an old knife that we've had for a little while. I don't think I've ever yet to use this dang thing. I know the moment I do, I'll probably wear the crap out of it and kind of talk about, because this is also kind of us, dealing with the fact that some people live in an urban environment, and certain things that they can carry, they can't carry, that sort of thing. They can own it, they just can't carry it, sort of thing. Um, so we'll kind of go over that stuff. And it's just going to be, kind of a chill stream. So this will be an opportunity for everyone to kind of learn some things that I've kind of learned along the way. Sometimes, in some cases, kind of on my own, just kind of learn those things. So we're here in the office, and real quick out of the gate, this is an old one that we've showed here on the channel a few times. Um, I wouldn't carry this out in public. If you're just going to the woods, yeah, this would be all right, I guess. This is one of these flea market specials. Um, it is a full tang. Now, we'll talk about full tang here in a bit, and we'll talk about pocket knives and things like that. But definitely, this would be, Casey, after seeing your one video, this might be something you might like. I don't know. You might like it. Um, But yeah, it's just one of those $5, $5 to $10 flea market specials. You can get this, and what do I mean by that? So, depending on where you live here in the United States, you can go over to your local flea market, right, Sean? Well, come on. Um, but you can go over to your local flea market, or as some people might call it, a swap meet. You can go over there and pick up one of these, like I said, 5, 10, some cases 15, $20, depending on how much they want to price gouge it. Um, and it also depends on where you live and the cost of living around there. But where I live, it's usually about 10, $15. And you can get some decent use out of this. In most cases, they hold a halfway decent edge. They're not bad knives. They're not bad. Now, recently we just picked up, and I'm going to explain that whole full tang thing. We just recently picked one of these up. This is an Ozark Trails, basically a Walmart special, and bought this for probably about $6 after taxes. And what do I mean by, full tang? Well, now you can actually see what I'm talking about. The spine of the knife runs the full length. Basically, it doesn't go down so far and then stop. You'll hear about what they call half tang, which basically means that the knife will go so far down into the handle, usually about halfway, as the name would suggest, and then it stops in the rest of its handle. Then there's also what they call a rat tail tang, and this is very commonplace with some of your swords. Basically, the blade itself will stop right about here. There'll be a notch, and then there will be a section of rebarb, real thin rebarb that runs right down through the rest of the handle, and there will be like some sort of fixture at the bottom, and that is what they call a rat tail tang. Now, those the first half tang and rat tail are fine for decoration, but not fine for outdoor use. So if you plan on going out into the woods or anything like that, you definitely want a full tang. But now that I've said that, a lot of times your full tang knives are usually kind of ginormous or good for the kitchen. Um, This one here is right at the 3-inch marker for its blade. So this is within the legal limits. Anything above 3 inches is lethal. It's considered a deadly weapon. And in a lot of places, they won't allow you to carry anything much larger than this. So this would be fine to actually carry with you into public. And if you hid it, it would be considered a concealed weapon, blah, 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 blah. So this is just, this actually fits the criteria of being legal where I live. But where you might live, it might be a different story. So be sure to check your local laws because, ironically enough, because of the National Rifle Association, the NRA here in the United States, it's hard to mess around with the gun laws, even though our government doesn't here in the United States. But the one laws that no one really pays attention to is knife laws. Knife laws get messed with all the time, and nobody notices because it's not a firearm. Knives, and I'm going to say this right now, a lot of gun enthusiasts will hate me for saying this, but it's the honest to goodness truth. Most violent acts happen within 20 feet or less, and most firearms, unless it's a shotgun, are pretty much useless under that 20 feet marker. So a good knife goes a long ways. So, but considering that most places don't pay attention to, the knife laws, most of us are going to have to carry folders. Now, this is where, I have certain criteria when it comes to folding knives, and I'm going to say it right now. Number one, it has to have a pocket clip so I can clip it to my pocket. Slides right inside my pocket, doesn't go anywhere, doesn't bother nobody. Number two, clip point. Okay, it's got to have a clip point. Okay, I prefer a clip point. I don't like Tanto points. What's going on, D-Lo? Welcome to the live. Just going over some gear, and we're gonna put edges on a few of our pocket knives, including a camping. You missed this earlier in the year, but we refurbished a camping axe. Basically, went to a flea market, bought this nice little camping axe head, and it was all rusty as hell. Took it down to a nice shiny metal, and because we've been using, did the handle on it. And now, because we've used the hell out of it, we have to put an edge back on it. So we're going to do that tonight, along with doing a couple of pocket knives. And we're just going over a few things, going over some gear right now. Again, if you're just joining us in the live, because everyone here in the United States pays very close attention to gun laws, no one pays attention to the knife laws. And those get messed with probably more than you think. Be sure to keep up with the local laws. And the funny thing about it is, our government here in the United States will change a law and they won't tell anybody. They'll just post it somewhere, and then you won't know if you're breaking the law. But back to the criteria that I look for in a good folding knife. Number one, again, it's got to have a good pocket clip so I can attach it to my pocket, keep it right inside, pull it right off of right out of my pocket very quickly, very easily, one-handed, nothing crazy. I don't have to dig around in my pocket for it. So a good pocket clip goes a long ways. Number two, clip point. I like a good clip point. Okay, nothing crazy. I'm doing very well. Again, I hope you're doing fantastic. It's good to see you. I like a good clip point. I like the ambidextrous thumb studs. Now, I'm going to say, I know there's a lot of you out there that like the push button assist, not switchblade, but push button assist pocket knives. I do not like these, Sam I am. There's a reason why. I have had one malfunction on me, and it go off in my pocket and almost slice my leg open. So because of that, I do not use, basically, I do not use the one-handed, push button assist. I like I like that. And for those of you for personal protection, this works just fine. If if I can grab it off of out of my pocket and quick flick, I guarantee the moment I do that, any would-be attacker is going to be like, you know what? It's not worth my life. This works just fine. It is just under, it's like 2 and 3/4 of an inch long, so it's well within legal limits. Anything above 3 inches for a pocket knife is considered a deadly weapon, and that goes pretty much with all knives. But this is not necessarily an absolute requirement. Hey, what's going on, Mona? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. It's good to see you this evening. You can still see some of the makeup on my eyes from last night, from last night's Cinnamon live stream. So again, this isn't a definite requirement, but it is something that I do like in my pocket knives. I do like a skeleton frame, okay? Makes them a little lighter, okay? It's one of those things, oh, hey, I understand. I understand. I have 5 children of my own. But, it does make it a little lighter, a little easier to carry. Along with that, again, I do like the ambidextrous thumb stud. So this is just the criteria of a good pocket knife. Now, for those ladies joining us, I recommend that you always carry a good pocket knife, just like the guys would. And there's a reason for it. Number one, as my dear dad would say, a good pocket knife is worth its weight in gold. Along with that, nowadays, again, I know there's a lot of ladies out there. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Um, you know, the other thing is, I know there's some ladies that are out there, and I'm going to tell y'all right now. I know a lot of us. Honestly, something like this would be just fine, or like this. Princess Faye actually carries this. This is actually her pocket knife, which we're going to be sharpening tonight. This is something that she carries. All right. And just the basic Sheffield that you used to be able to get at Walmart. Now you can pretty well order this sort of thing off, right off the internet, just about from anywhere, Amazon, something like this. Totally fine, you know. And usually it holds a pretty decent edge. And I'm going to say it right now. Okay. Around this time of year, pocket knives go on sale like you wouldn't believe. And this is now, this one is one that Princess Faye, that I just picked up for her. She really likes it. It can come nice. It doesn't have to be anything ridiculous or anything like that. But I'm going to say it right now. There's a lot of you ladies out there that don't feel comfortable carrying a firearm, and most violent crimes happen within less than 20 feet. A firearm is going to be useless unless it's beyond 20 feet, unless you're carrying a shotgun. Good luck fitting that into a purse. But a good pocket knife, you can keep one on you at all times. And I will say there is a downfall to a good pocket knife. Right there, the hinge. If you get it under pressure, it will break and you could hurt yourself, but if it's compact, it fits just about anywhere. Honestly and truthfully, it is wise for a woman nowadays to carry a good pocket knife on her, or a good small fixed blade, something like this. And Princess Faye even has what is known as push dagger. And if she can hear me, she'll probably bring in her little push dagger that she calls Sting. What brand would I recommend? Whatever you can afford. I'll be absolutely honest with you. This is $5 at Walmart. Now, I'll be honest with you, it's not the greatest, okay? But this one will probably be good for a long time. Just get something within a good price range. Does it have to be, the $60 to $70 cold steel knife? No. But I will say you get what you pay for. Now, the one that I have been using for well over a year now is this one right here, and it's made by Gerber. You can get this one at your local Walmart, and it's about 20, 25 bucks, depending on, the cost of living where you live. So I would recommend something like this. Um, but again, get whatever you can afford. Um, you know, so it's one of those things. Now, I will also suggest avoiding what is known as the automatic the automatic opening or the some people confuse it with switchblades. Switchblades are a little bit different. They're a stiletto style. Yeah. They're a stiletto style, and they're very large, very big. They're very illegal. But one-handed assist, there's an automatic one-handed assist, and I've had those malfunction and nearly sliced my leg open when it was inside my pocket, so I immediately got rid of that thing. And as best as I can show you, I'll kind of turn, all right? And this is why I like it. I did that poorly. I apologize. This one's still pretty tight fitting. This is one of the other reasons why I like it. But if you can get it broke in real good, just slightly place your thumb right there on the thumb stud, and very quickly I can open that. Any would-be attacker would see this and go, I ain't playing with that. So once you get them broke in, it'll look a little bit more kind of like this. So any would-be attacker would be immediately deterred, because at that point, with a quick flick like that, even, I recommend learning that skill. That one-handed flick with a pocket knife like that. The moment a would-be attacker would see that, they're like, I ain't playing with this. It's not worth my life. So again, it's a skill that I definitely recommend everybody learn, especially our ladies that are watching right now. Skills like this go a long ways. And again, I know some people, a good firearm is worth its weight in gold. Always carry them in your front sash pocket. You can also carry them on a belt. And if you can get a small enough fixed blade, you can actually carry it around your neck, just like a necklace. Very easy to carry. You can tuck it right inside your shirt, blouse, whatever. Very easy to carry. I suggest this for any lady. That and it's not only a defensive tool, but it's also a tool that you can use just pretty much wherever. How often have you been at the office and needed to open a letter? No letter opener around. Who really keeps those around anymore? Do they even still sell letter openers? You already got one. It's with you at all times. Again, it's a good knife goes a long ways. Okay. And in this live stream, we're also going to put some edges on some of the pocket knives that we got here. Now, I will also tell you, when you get a new knife out of the box, they're very sharp, very sharp. And cardboard's always a great way to show this off. But this one needs a good edge. Or if you prefer, I think that speaks volumes. Okay? And God forbid any of you have to ever use skills like that. God forbid. Okay? One of the reasons why I like the nice clip point. Okay. Most people, again, knife laws are the ones that nobody pays attention to. Most of the time, it's going to be no blade longer than 3 inches. 3 inches is considered deadly, very deadly. Hi, honey. But a pocket knife, a police officer is not gonna really care about. Something like this, totally fine. Something else that I will also recommend: make sure you get something with as thick as possible. Okay. That's pretty much it. Just get something that's got a good thick blade or a thick spine where it locks in. Okay, as much as you can. Um, and again, a good clip point. Now, something I don't necessarily recommend, be careful with your blades. They have a slight curvature in there. It is a little harder to sharpen. I think he's giving me hell. So, unfortunately, Ian, nowadays, where here in the United States, where you live, it might be a little different, but here in the United States, we have very, very horrible people here. And if you ban all the weapons, the criminals will still be carrying them. That's the horrible, that's the horrible reality of it. If you take away all the weapons, unfortunately, good people, good people will still get hurt. That's just kind of how it is. Good people still get hurt, and if you take away the way those good people can defend themselves, unfortunately, the criminals will still be carrying it. So just bear that in mind. I know where you guys live. It's a little bit different, but unfortunately, yeah, that's just kind of how it is. It's kind of like here in the United States, they banned fully automatic weapons, so the criminals started having it shipped in through Mexico, ironically enough. So something to think about. Um, Now back to that, no blade longer than 3 inches. Um, Even though it takes 3 inches to actually be seriously a deadly weapon, there are still places that you can put that blade that it'll still do serious harm. Obviously, hey Spaz, how you doing? It's good to see you. I haven't looked today, but when I looked yesterday, we were well under 400 hours to go. It was 300, I think it was like 387 when I looked yesterday. Um, so that's kind of how it is. Just got back from Walmart. There you go. Um, but there are places you can put a blade like that, obviously the jugular and the neck, and basically anywhere there's a vital organ aimed between the ribs, and you'll do just fine. Again, unfortunately, we live in a violent world, and hopefully none of you out there have to. Right, same here. Hopefully, none of you have to ever use skills like this. I would hope that none of you do. But unfortunately, we live in a very violent world. So hopefully, none of us have to ever use skills like this. So now that we've said that, let's get to actually putting some edges on some blades. Again, if you have new knives fresh out of the box, they should be good and sharp. You should not have to. You should not have to put an edge on a new knife. If you did, if you have to do that, you bought the wrong knife. Okay, that's just kind of how it is. The manufacturer should already have put a good edge on them. And this one, right out of the box, well, right out of the package, has a nice edge on it. Very nice edge. And again, you know, even at the office, a good letter opener is always nice. Cutting open boxes. I know when I'm at work breaking down boxes, this is the one I break out. Breaking down boxes. So let's get to putting an edge on our blades. Hopefully it's not a problem. There we go. So well, it is urban survival, my friend. It is urban survival. And these are tools. And sometime I might have to explain that whole thing, but again, we live, we'll have to go over it sometime. But anyhow, this is a wet stone, so we're going to add a little bit of water to it. And just pat that down. Get the stone a little wet. Keep it at about a 45-degree angle. Think of it as like you're peeling a carrot or peeling just vegetables. Just think of it like that. Hey, what's going on, Mikey G? Just like that. And tomorrow I'll be cutting boxes with this thing. Go over it, just like that. That's pretty much it. You'll actually see where you're actually shaving the stone. At the same time, it's realigning and reshaping that edge, which is what we're trying to do here. There we go. That's what I want to see. Oh, that feels pretty good. Now, this is a two-sided stone. The first side is more for a rough cut. What's that? Well said. Thank you. Thank you, Mona. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. And again, everyone's entitled to their opinion. That's totally fine. Everyone's entitled to an opinion. That's his. And I respect it. I appreciate it, if anything. I always welcome Ian's opinions. I may not always agree with them, but I do respect him. He's entitled to them. There we go. Pretty happy with that. Give it the flip. There we go. And here we go again. Again, whetstone. Doesn't matter if I get a little water on the table. That just wipes up. There we go. Now this is more of the polishing side. Okay, feel nice and smooth compared to the other side. And there we go. You can tell I've used this thing on boxes because the edge is rough. Very rough. Notice how I'm just dragging it along. I'm not digging in. Just going, put a little pressure on it, but go light. There we go. Looking good. You can see all that stuff just coming right off. Just like that. About a 35 to 45 degree angle is what I'm holding it at. Can I get a close up? Yeah, I'll do my best. Never drag your finger over it like that. Oh, thank you, Mona. I appreciate that. Okay. And again, never drag your finger over a blade like that. That's a good way to get cut. So always very gentle. Okay. Don't push down. And it should feel like it's just scraping off a little bit of skin. Okay. And do that enough, and your skin will actually get kind of smooth and on your fingers, and it's hard to feel the edge. So if you do this enough, you'll be sitting there changing fingers throughout the time you're sharpening blades. So this one's now ready for use. You can take it over a leather strap and get a nice fine edge on it. I'm not going to bother because I'm just going to basically use this on boxes. That's it. Just using it on boxes. Let's do the pretty one. Let's do the pretty one. I know you ladies kind of like this one. This one's a nice one. Again, Princess Faye's. This is her knife, So we're gonna soak this thing down again, and we're gonna get at it. There we go. Again, it's on a table. Who cares? Just water. Now I have to be extra careful with the finish because this is a titanium or a burnt chrome finish. And I have to be extremely careful so I don't scuff it up. Because we want to try to keep this finish as long as possible. It's a very nice, I've got a couple of these myself, but I don't get them out very often. Also, notice how I'm kind of rotating the hand a little bit. This kind of helps get that rounded edge. Yeah, she really liked it. And she's got a lot of stuff like this, that titanium finish, the nice burnt chrome. Gorgeous knife. Walmart doesn't carry these anymore, from what I understand. Damn shame, too, because these are nice. These Sheffields always take a nice edge, too. Always take an amazing edge. Doesn't take much. We give it the flip. Yep. All righty. Continuing on. You can actually, again, see all the... What was that? What did I miss? Practice. I've got myself a few times. Every now and again. Oh, just not fucked up that edge. Just practice. Oh, that feels pretty good, actually. Getting hard to tell with that one. Probably wouldn't hurt if I took these over a leather strap of some sort. I can't find my belt. There we go. Feel pretty good about that. And of course, my backup knife. I've had this knife for a little while now. You can tell it's well loved. And because of the how the knife has that little bitty kind of how it curves up and then back down like that, this is where the challenge is, trying to make that sharp. Not as easy as you think. There we go. This one has always taken an edge fairly easy too. Well, that feels pretty good. Oh shoot. I got that probably better than I anticipated. Okay, let's give it the flip. And this same technique will also work on kitchen knives. What was that? All right. The same technique works for kitchen knives too. I know my personal favorite TV chef always says, you know, the professionals send theirs out, and we are on a DIY channel. We do things ourselves. My personal favorite TV chef is Alton Brown, but he likes to say, oh, the professionals send their knives out to be sharp, and you should too. Why pay money for something you can do yourself? Oh yeah, that feels nice. That feels real nice. Point's nice. Yep, pretty happy with that one. So there you go. We got grand total of what? Just a little under 9 inches of good steel. Now with new edge, ready to slice open boxes all day long at work. That's right. If you notice, my hand is actually below the edge. I'm not holding it up here. I'm keeping it down away from where the blade's going to be going. So, in essence, as I'm bringing it down, you know, I'm stopping right about here and then bringing it up to do it again. Same way, this way. I'm not going to put my hand down here because that's, uh, and I'm not digging the blade in. I'm going over it gently. There is a little bit of pressure, if you will, gentle pressure. I'm not going to dig in because that's a good way. You're not going to actually do anything that way. You're just going to tear up your stone and you're actually going to be defeating what you're doing. You're going to make the blade even duller because this is a hard, let me take a moment and say something that, all right, there are knife infomercials out there. You can, on QVC. I don't know if they still do this, but I know for years you could turn on QVC and they'd have all these knives stuck out of this block of wood, and it looked like a tree trunk or something like that. Every now and again, you'll see them basically take like a knife like this, like the new one that we picked up, and they'll lay it down on a bolt, and then they'll take a rubber mallet, kind of like this, and pound it through that bolt. Well, all knives will do that. It's tempered steel, so they'll all do that. Now that I've said that, should you do that? And the answer is no. You shouldn't do that at all. So it makes them dull. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it. So don't dig the knife in. You're not doing anything that way. Okay. You're actually defeating what you're trying to do. Go over it. Think of it like you're peeling a potato or shaving a carrot. Think of it along those lines. You're not looking to just dig it in. You're going to put gentle pressure on it, but you're not looking to just, if you're just, yeah, I mean, no, that's not what you're looking for. So don't do that because you're just going to be destroying your blades. You especially don't want to do that. And I will also say the better this. Oh, thank you so much, Mona. I appreciate that. Now, for the granddaddy here. This again is the camping axe that we refurbished right here on this channel. I'm very proud of this. This we've been using it. There's like a patch of wooded area behind where we live. And normally the city comes through and cuts down all of the trees and everything. We've had this running gag that we do every now and again. Um, I haven't done it in a while. Normally we do it. I know Sean's in the background, but I left my files outside and I really don't feel like going to get them because I'm feeling lazy right now. Um, but um, Hi sis. She knows what joke I'm talking about. That's my little sister right there. But basically, we refurbished this camping axe, and I've been using it to cut some of the woods, the wood that we use occasionally for doing like little campfires. We'll have a little fire pit and we'll sit out back. Matter of fact, last time Princess Faye and I did this, we roasted marshmallows and hot dogs. It was really nice. We just sat out there. It was kind of cool that night, but it didn't bother us none. We just sat out there, just the two of us, cuddled around a campfire. Um, so you all get to hear a little bit of touch of surviving romance. Okay. We're looking at doing that again soon. We might see about doing that this Wednesday. Depends on what's going on. All right. Hey, what's going on? Think different. So we did this, and I know there's a lot of you out there that like doing um, the flea market and um, the yard sale raids. Well, the yard sale hauls. Well, this is actually part of a yard sale haul. Okay, we went to a yard sale that wasn't, but maybe not even a block from where we are, and we bought this thing at $5. Okay, $5 for a camping axe head, And right here on the channel, we refurbished it ourselves. Did it in several live streams, what, about 4 live streams, and even added the handle in one live stream. Uh, took off this particular part of the end to make it fit my hand a little bit better. It's a little lighter, easier to carry, very easy to use. But because we've been using the hell out of it and, that sort of thing, it's time for its edge. So we got to actually sit down today and we're going to put an edge on it. So for our buddy Casey, and who I know is still in the background somewhere, he's going to get a kick out of this because he's an outdoorsy type himself. And again, this is just something we did. Like I said, we did the handle and everything right here on the channel. We did them live, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun to, I like to take old stuff and make it new again. And even though it's not as pretty as what you might buy brand new, it's still ours because we did it right here. Yeah, it's a little bit easier to say call her Mona. That is an interesting name. I'm very curious where it came from. It's very interesting name. Um, but yeah, so that's how this camping axe came about. So we're gonna go ahead just like before, and I'm gonna turn you all over here so you guys can get a look at how we're doing it. Plop, just like that. And this is before. Now this is shaped a little bit differently, so I'm going over it a little bit differently. But still, just try and keep that 45-degree angle. Some people will also do this with their axes with a file. To get the edge remade, yeah, I did that. But after that, we just use a good old sharpening stone. Oh, yeah. That's actually better than the original edge I put back on this thing. Got those nicks out from where I found a couple of rocks. What was that? Oh, New Zealand. I like that. It's always nice to have more people in from other parts of the world. Always appreciate it. New Zealand. If I remember correctly, that's where Xena, Warrior Princess, and Hercules, the TV show, was with Kevin Sorbo. That's where it was filmed, if I remember correctly. It was down in New Zealand, if I remember. Oh yeah, that feels good. Feels real good. And Lord of the Rings. That's awesome now. Well, there we go. There we go. We got our tools all ready for use again. So that's just it. I mean, putting an edge on literally all I use this thing for is for breaking down boxes at work. I don't think I've used it for anything else. Oh, I take that back. Every now and again, I'll use it to strip wires for whatever I might be working on Project Spirit. Occasionally the simple wiring job that I can do. We don't get too crazy here, but that's just one of those things. But yeah, I use it to break down boxes at work. That's really about it. You know, that's it. So an edge too. I like that. I like a good pocket knife. It never fails. I always end up it when I forget him. When I forget my knife, I always sit there and regret it. Always regret it when I forget my knives. And I always carry two on me. So if I've done something to one of them and the edge is dull as crap, I've got my other one in backup. This one's feeling pretty good. Thank goodness. Um, you know, this one, like I said, it's become the backup, but you know, again, it's always nice to have a good tool on you. A knife should always be considered a tool. It should hopefully never have to be used as a weapon, but it should always, it's the tool that you should always carry with you. Carry one that you like, that feels comfortable in the hand. Obviously, I've given, what I consider, but get what you like. Okay. I know there's some people out there who'd be like, oh, you're crapping on you know, the, uh, the spring loaded assist, the ones, the push button assist, you're crapping on them. They're good. They're good. You're fine. If that's what you like, go with it. I know what I like, but that's what I like. That's what I like. So, and, we got to see the camping axe again. And again, if you missed out earlier this year, we refurbished this. We've actually are slowly collecting a bunch of tools that we have refurbished right here on the channel. Here's another one we got to finish up. A ball peen hammer. And since it is urban survival, again, skills where you can. Oh, that's okay, Mike. I understand. You're a busy guy. You're a busy guy. I get it. You know, my, let me just say it like this. Everybody's life does not revolve around Prince Magnum. I know you guys, all of you out there have things going on in your life. You got to do what you do. That's just life. That's life. You know, as much as I would like it, that everybody, who's, regulars in here always be here, life happens and we just have to live with it. You know, when you're here, I appreciate it. And when you're not here, I'm thinking of you. That's fair. Okay. Y'all know how I feel about that. When you're here, great. And when you're not, I miss you, but I understand. But as I started to say, oh, I know how that goes. We'll have to get to work on this. We'll have to get to work on this and refurb this one and, get it all done up. I mean, we started to do it. I just never finished it. So it needs a little touch up, but other than that, it'll be ready to go. And I need a good ball peen hammer when we go to start tapping out the dents in the spirit, which she should be back, hopefully this coming week. Hopefully we finally got all the bugs worked out of trying to get her back together. That's been a nightmare and a half. So there you have it. I mean, that's pretty much it. Now, I know some people will say, mention honing oil. This stuff can get expensive. That's why we use water on a whetstone. Okay, but you can use honing oil. It does exist. Of course, then there's also mineral spirits and mineral oils, and 3-in-1 oil works great too. It's a whetstone, water, you know. So and water's cheap. Just one of them things. So, did you guys enjoy this? Was this was this interesting? Did y'all learn a little something? You know? Oh no, Mike. I hope you're okay. You better be staying safe, Mike. You better stay pretty damn safe. I worry about you anyways, even when there's nothing crazy going on. I worry about you. Always thinking about you, Mike. You're a good guy. Um, and again, if y'all don't know Mike Gaming, he's the one that I had to give. Oh man, I gave him so much grief. One particular video, which I'm not going to let him live it down for quite some time until this joke gets boring. He got called away, so every once in a while when he gets called away, he doesn't say a whole lot. Oh, Mona, it was my pleasure. Right, just got to stay indoors, not do a whole lot of crazy, up close socializing. But yeah, Mike, he got called away, so he was AFK, and it was, I happened to be recording it, and when I seen that, I was like, oh, I saved it and trimmed it up and turned it into a video. And you know, when I told him um, that I made a video, but I wasn't going to load it unless, and I told him what was in the video, but I wasn't going to load it unless I gave him, unless he gave me permission and that we had a chance to talk about it and everything. And he's like, well, what's in it? And, I told him everything. And he's like, you've got to load this video. You have got to load it. I can't wait to see it. And we did it as a premiere. And I'm telling you what, he's a good sport. He's a real good sport because uh, and since then all of us that run together on Fortnite, been teasing him, calling him AFK Gaming, and he's taken it in stride. He's absolutely a fantastic friend. We've all had a lot of laughs. Oh no, he's a great guy. He really is a great guy. So if you don't know him, you definitely need to get to know Mike. He's a great guy. I mean, I love him to pieces. You know, you know, and Mike, I'm shouting you out is what I'm doing here, but I'm doing it with with a story behind it. I'm known for my storytelling. Doggone it, he really is. Yeah, he's just. I've had the opportunity to listen to his story outside of YouTube, and I'll tell you, he has an amazing story, and I know the day's coming when he tells his story, he's going to blow us all out of the water. Definitely an amazing friend. I know Ian's somewhere in the background, amazing personality right here on YouTube. I don't think he gets enough credit for his amazing personality. He works hard on his channel. Um, just he works his ass off, and I don't think enough people really notice him. And Tuesday Night Madness, I don't do a damn thing on Tuesday Night Madness unless there's plans here at home and I get called away. But normally on Tuesday Night Madness, that is like the day that Prince Magnum does not do any streaming. Nobody can find me because they find me in his stream hanging out. The Teabag King, yep. Um, and for the record, Mr. Gamerian BRFC is the only person so far to get a duos win with Cinnamon. Yeah, that's a thing. He's the only one so far to have, especially recorded, to get a duos win with Cinnamon. And if you're not familiar, again, it is out there. The Try Not to Laugh at Cinnamon Challenge in Fortnite. You get it basically for a half an hour. You play Fortnite with Cinnamon. No, Gene Simmons. I'm a Kiss fan. Kiss is one of my favorite bands of all time. One of them, that and Typo Negative, AC/DC, um, ZZ Top, Aerosmith. I love that. I love the older music. That was when music was music, you know. But again, um, you know, if you don't know Mr. Gamery and BRFC, you're missing out. And Tuesday Night Madness, I always look forward to it. Um, this last Tuesday, I had company over, and I had to leave early, but I missed, I missed so much fun. But I don't have nothing going on this Tuesday, so the end's willing. I'm right there. We're there, dude. Always enjoy Tuesday Night Madness. I will not do anything that day. I'll pre-record some of it, turn it into a compilation. Occasionally, Cinnamon has been known to show up in Tuesday Night Madness. Right, Mona. Um, there has been one occasion where Cinnamon has showed up. Oh, I'm getting to that. Don't forget that. Yeah. And of course, Mr. Raven Nuts, who does the pre Tuesday Night Madness show. Mr. Raven Nuts, absolutely fantastic gamer, and another one of my partners in Fortnite as well. He recently took the Try Not to Laugh at Cinnamon challenge, and at some points he did say he it was hurting him to not to laugh at Cinnamon, because Cinnamon has been known for her innuendo. She gets a little heavy-handed with her innuendo. So if you're familiar with the Cinnamon live streams, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, for the record, if you're wondering, I treat Cinnamon as if she's her own person, even though Cinnamon and Prince Magnum are one and the same. It's a character that we developed, and it's almost like when I go to play the character, I become another person. So I treat Cinnamon as her own character. And Cinnamon even treats Prince Magnum as his own character. And even outside of that, I even have my own real name to try to keep all of this straight, by the way. I do. It can get confusing. Um, yeah, when the camera goes off, I just go back to being just regular. When I looked yesterday, we were at 387 to go. And I imagine after this live stream, we'll have a whole lot less than that to worry about. We're whittling it down just like I'm whittling a stick. You know, we're getting ridiculously close. As a matter of fact, I'll say it again. We're in the last live streams where I won't be monetized. I mean, that's really awesome. So we're in the last days of that. Um, Tomorrow we will have a premiere. I was supposed to do the Cinnamon premiere today, but I had a project that I really had to work on today. I really had to work on it. For those of you, and I know we've got some ladies here in the live stream, tomorrow is going to be a surviving romance premiere. Hey, what's going on, Chairman? Um, Tomorrow will be a live, basically a premiere. I've heard that. I heard that, Mikey G, which that'll be great because there's a lot of stuff I want to get caught up on Fortnite. Real quick, tomorrow, Surviving Romance premiere. After this live stream, I will begin the upload. It's about a half an hour long, and it's a collaboration with the Eclipse. And there's been some wonderful people that were part of the inspiration for this video. It's really going to be exciting. Great cooking. Basically, if you're not familiar, I'm a part of a couple of different support groups right here on YouTube that has kind of transversed into other social media platforms. We're on Facebook, we're in Zoom, we're all over the place. And I got into the Sunnies, and I went big shout out to my Sunnies brothers and sisters. Wonderful people, very supportive. Thank you so much, Mona. And as we keep getting, I got into the Sunnies, and the Sunnies are wonderful. I love the Sunnies. The Sunnies really do cheer me up on days that I'm feeling low. just as the name says. And I love them very much. And then through that, I got to, I knew some of them already, but then I got into the Eclipse. And the Eclipse, they try to drive everyone to work harder and everything. Hi, Queen. Welcome back. We try to, they try to drive us to, to work harder. So they're the hey, they still came in to drop me. They still came by and gave me my watch time. So personally, I don't care. Thanks for helping the watch time. Even a few seconds gets me closer, you know. And I already know who it is. Ain't nothing. Um, so again, um, where was I? So this was part of a collaboration from the Eclipse. And with working in the, working within the Eclipse, they try to drive everyone to provide the best possible content that you possibly can. They're taskmasters. And that does help me. That does help me. I'm already a taskmaster as it is, but my problem is focusing on one task at a freaking time. Yeah, I know. I know it. That's fine. It's your decision. you know. And again, so that's where that stands, Um, you know, so we'll be premiering that video tomorrow, and I want to also take a moment and thank the members of the Eclipse who were kind enough to bring me along in, in this collaboration. You know, that's fine. um, I know where one of them came from, and you know, yep. Um, so that's where it stands. All right. Um, remember, the likes and dislikes don't mean as much as it used to here on YouTube. It doesn't. It's the watch time that means the most. That's where it really boils down to. The watch time is more important than anything else. So beyond that, you know, um, beyond that is just bragging rights or what do I need to do to improve? That's really all it is. You know, you're not really, it doesn't mean what it once did. And the other one, I know who that is, and he knows better to, run his trap. The other one, we know who it is, and I think he's starting to take the hint. Anyhow, um, how's Zelda? She's been really wild today. Just bouncing all over the walls. I need to get some more. I need to get some video. I've been working on getting actual video, and maybe do like one where she's just playing, where you guys can just enjoy watching her play. You know, something you guys can go back to regularly. You know, the edited stuff I always find, you can go back to regularly. So, all right. Well, I do need to go take care of my blood sugar, and Princess Faye is going to be going to work. She's working the night shift now, so I do need to kind of end the stream so I can go do that. The police, yeah, I'm not allowed to talk about it. We'll leave it at that. Not allowed to talk about it. We leave it where it is. So, all right, that does bring us to a good stopping point. I do need to go grab me a bite to eat, take care of my blood sugar, make sure I don't bottom out. Otherwise, we don't want that. And spend a little time with Princess Faye before she has to go off to work because she goes to work late at night now, and she works all through the night. So, all righty. Um, so, as usual, all right, get out there and work on a project. Oh, thank you, Mona, for being here with me. Appreciate it. Much love. All right. As always, get out there and work on a project. I don't care what it is, just do something with yourself. Remember, idle hands and a creative mind go together like oil and water. If you have a sweetheart, sweep them off their feet and do something special for them today. And as always, for all of you out there, if no one out there has told any of you that they love you today, Prince Magnum does. God bless you and have a happy 24. Thank you.